Side from Spencer of row number 2 on the outside. It's the 5B. It's Siebesma Graphics himself. That is Stefan Siebesma. Row 3 on the inside, third and final row from Lake City, Iowa. That's the 8 car of David Smith. And to the outside, Mike Albertson from Audubon, Iowa in the number 3. Good to see Wahoo back here at the Buena Vista Raceway. And we look for the Nielsen Home Improvement green flag off of turn number 4. Merrill Bass will have the race lead in a turn 1 and 2. Not if Stefan Siebesma can help it, though. He tried to put it 3 deep. Hi, Darren. How you doing, buddy? As Vondrak is going to be your race leader down into turns 3 and 4. Vondrak, here comes Siebesma now to the tail of the 66 car. Stefan Siebesma, a lot of wins at this racetrack. As he'll get that 5B hooked and booked now up top of the turns 1 and 2. Look at that. How about a wahoo! Number 3 car, Albertson, up to that 3rd place spot. Started 6th up to 3rd. He'll pull side by side with Siebesma. Siebesma looking at the back bumper of the 66 yet of Vondrak as they come off of turn 4. Siebesma Graphics, IMCA Stock Cars, the Class 2 tough to tame as they call it. As it is a 3 car. Albertson looking at the inside of the 5B of Siebesma. Vondrak still your race leader. It is Dave Smith up to that 4th place spot now, the number 8 car. As the 7-8 of Kloss and Bass battle at the back of the pack. Off of turn 4, still a close battle here. Look at Dave Smith. He says, boys, I want to join in here with this battle for 2nd place. It's going to be a 3-car battle for 2nd now. Possibly even for the race lead as Vondrak looked like to slip up a little bit. Regains it back off the corner, turn number 2. Stefan Siebesma is going to try to take a peek to the inside rear quarter of the 66. Gave him a little nudge. Vondrak a little bit of tight on exit. Siebesma a little bit smoother. Still cannot pull side by side with him, though, as we'll work our way back into 1. Dave Smith completes a pass on Albertson, though, for that 3rd place spot. And Dave Smith, he is coming in that 8 car, Lake City, Iowa. Siebesma gets a better run on the bottom side at turn number 2 down the back straight. He will meet Vondrak door to door, slide it up in front of him. Stefan Siebesma, new race leader. Can Vondrak cross back underneath him? No, he can't. Stefan Siebesma now with the race lead. Siebesma to the race lead. On the inside, he'll hit the high side once again. Here comes David Smith. David Smith car a little quicker on the top side as he'll meet Vondrak now down the back straight into turn 3 and 4. Green flag set to fly 2 in the air this time. Means we've got 2 laps to go. Smith up to 2nd. Can Siebesma hold him off for 2 more laps as Albertson will go to work down the 66 of Vondrak. Siebesma and Smith, your top 2, followed by Vondrak and Albertson, 3 and 4. Little bit of the chrome horn from the 8 to the 5B. Edwards Auto Group, white flag this time by. Siebesma trying to hang on for the heat race win. For 1 more lap, a little bit of dust kicking up in turns 1 and 2, and now they're side by side for the race lead down the back straight. Into turn 3 and 4, they'll come. Siebesma up top, Smith down low. It's a 2-car battle for the top spot and for 3rd and 4th. Logic Livestock checkered flag. Is he gonna get him? No, Siebesma will hang on for the heat race win. David Smith in 2nd. Vondrak followed by Mike Albertson. Kloss and Bass, your finishing order. A lot of wins in a sport mod around this place and up into the stock car last year, and he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Timmy, you're up from Cherokee, the number 33 car. Starts on the pole to the outside. Flying Brian Blessington, the 92B. And to the inside of row number 2, the 20N from Storm Lake. That's Justin Nearing to the outside. Devin Smith, the 81 car from Lake City. Bruce Bodison, the 96 car from Aurelia, Iowa. Starting shotgun on the field. If that last heat race showed us anything, this one is going to be just as good. Nielsen Home Improvement green flag. Well, bring him down into turns 1 and 2. Timmy Rupp with a race lead. Here comes the 92B flying Brian Blessington. Blessing will hit the top side, and Devin Smith gets to the back bumper of the 33 car of Rupp. They'll keep them bunched up together now down the front straightaway. Rupp down to the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. Smith will follow tire tracks. Blessington will go a lane higher, trying to get a good run, followed by Nearing and Bonas in your running order. We're up a little tight in the center that time. Here comes Blessington. Here comes Smith. 3 wide for the race lead, down to the stripe. Wow, too close to call.
That was Blessington by less than a bumper.
I would say so too, Ryan, as goodness gracious me. Here comes Devin Smith, the bottom side now in the 81 car. Smith looks to have the lead coming into turns 1 and 2. Rupp will surrender a couple spots. Blessington still on top side. It will be Devin Smith now to the race lead. Oh, how did he avoid that infield tractor tire in turns 1 and 2? Keeps the race lead as Devin Smith, Blessington, Rupp, Nearing, and Bonason. That's your running order. Down into turns 1 and 2. We go single file racing. It's still going to be Devin Smith, Brian Blessington, Tim Rupp, Nearing, and Bonason. As we've got the modifieds on deck, starting things off with the wide tires here tonight. Green high in the air, that means 2 to go up here in the air for the 81 of Devin Smith. Blessington are up, Nearing, and Bonason, as they're going to take to the bottom side of the racetrack. Smith is checked out and G-O-N-E gone. Edwards on a group white flag is out. We've got 1 to go. Logic Livestock Checkers this time. It's going to be Devin Smith taking home the heat race win. Blessington are up, Nearing, and Bonason, your finishing order. Starting on the pole here tonight, the 81 car from Lake City, Iowa. That is Devin Smith to the outside. From Sanborn, the 5B is Stefan Siebesma. Inside of row number 2, that's a 3 car of Mike Albertson. To the outside, the 8 car of David Smith. Row 3, the 33 of Tim Rupp. To the outside, the 7C of Andrew Kloss. Row 4, the 66 of Mike Vondrack. To the outside, the 92B of Brian Blessington. Row 5, the inside, the 96 of Bruce Bonason. To the outside, the 20 of Justin Nearing and Merrill Bass. Starting shotgun on the field. And we don't want to stop indeed. We're going to go. Nielsen Home Proving green flag out for your IMCA Stock Car Division. Devin Smith in the 81 car, your race leader. 3 wide from third on back, Rupp, followed by Albertson and David Smith up at the top side of the racetrack. Smith will lead them down into turns 1 and 2. Brother David will follow right behind him in second. Siebesma, Rupp, and Albertson, your top 5. Blessing and Vondrack, Bonason, Kloss, and Bass is your running order. Devin Smith, your race leader. David Smith up top trying to find some moisture. He'll go back down on the bottom of 1 and 2. Rupp will follow Siebesma and Albertson. Your running order in your top 5. Vondrak, Blessington, Bonison, Kloss as Bass goes around and noses up to the infield tire. And looks like caution flag. Mike's Body Shop caution flag gonna fly. Yes, yes it will.
David Smith chooses the inside. Tim Rupp will go to the outside of this restart. Then it's Stefan Siebesma and Mike Albertson, your top 5. As we go through turns 3 and 4 this time, come to the green flag.
And what a top 5 that is, Ryan, as we will come to Nielsen home approving green flag. Once again, off turn number 4. And the Smith boys out in front. Rupp going to try to beat David going into the corner. He did got a little tight in the center. Smith with better exit, though. As Vondrak will move around Albertson, and Siebesma will lose a few spots. Siebesma will try the outside again. Everyone fighting for the bottom here. As Devin Smith, your race leader. Smith, Rupp, Vondrak. Followed by Blessington, Siebesma, Albertson, Kloss, Bonison, and Bass. Down the backstretch they'll go. Rupp will stay in step with the brothers Smith this time. As Blessington tries to get it back going, and he will.
Unfortunately, not in time.
Not in time, no. You know, Blinky is driving all over the infield there, and he's like, just someone need a push. I gotta go.
No, but somebody does need a right front tire. Whoa!
Woof.
He coming in hot.
Hold on there, Brian.
Coming in hot to pit road.
Well, coming in hot to the hot pit. You never know.
But at the risk of possibly not catching the back of the field by the time they go green, though.
Yeah, this is true.
Restart running order. You got Devin Smith with David Smith on the inside of Tim Rupp. Mike Vondrak now in that 4th spot. And Stefan Siebesma rounding out the top 5.
As we'll come to Nielsen home driven green flag once again. And the brothers Smith back down into turns 1 and 2. Tim Rupp right to the back bumper of the number 8 machine. A little bit smoother that time on this restart. Vondrak, Siebesma, followed by Wahoo, Mike Albertson, Blessington, Kloss, and Bass. As we come down the front stretch once again, Devin Smith still your race leader. Devin Smith followed by brother David Smith, Tim Rupp, Mike Vondrak, Mike Albertson, Stefan Siebesma, Brian Blessington, Andrew Kloss, and Merrill Bass, your running order. As we'll click off another lap. Rupp is right there to the back bumper of the number 8 machine of David Smith. Just cannot complete the pass. As we'll go single file around the Buena Vista Raceway. Rupp trying to work the inside line of David Smith down the front stretch off of 4. Smith is running that low liner up, going even lower yet. And this time they'll stay high and now duck down low. Turns 1 and 2. Round and around we go. The Buena Vista Raceway opening night presented by Tyson Turkey here at the racetrack. As Rupp got to the inside that time of Smith. Will he have the drive coming out the corner? Yes, he will. Timmy Rupp to second. Patient as patient could be. Tim Rupp, and the move pays off for him. He'll slide high this time, though. David Smith back on the attack on the inside. We might swap positions once again. Rupp got tight that time in two. David Smith back to the second place spot. Devin says, yeah, you guys just keep swapping positions. I'm going to stay out front here. Blessington, I don't know, Ryan. Started at the back. He's worked his way up to fourth. Siebesma trying to find some on the high side. Cannot do so.
I mean, I know what Siebesma is trying to do. I just don't know if the track is ready for it yet.
I don't think it is either, as looks like we got even more battling at the back with Vondrak, Albertson, and Kloss and Siebesma now. Siebesma's up where the moisture's at, but there's just not enough to where he can grab and go in that 5B machine. As the white flag has now come out. Edwards on a group white flag, and Rupp back down to the inside again of David Smith. They're fighting it out. On this final lap here, David Smith will pull ahead slightly. Devin Smith is checked out. Gone gone in the 81 car. Try again in turn 3 and 4. Devin Smith, Logic Livestock, checkered flags for him. Second place going to come down to the wire. Down the front stretch here. Oh, David Smith got him by a bumper. David Smith got him by a bumper over Timmy Rupp. Blessington rallies back for a fourth place finish. And Mike Albertson, your top 5. Well, he'll get the car cooled down and climb out here in victory lane. Add another one to your collection there, Devin. Well, Devin, you start the pole here tonight and use the bottom side. And David was coming for a little bit, but then he found some company in form of Tim Rupp. And, well, this is just a Sunday cruise for you tonight.
Well, that's good. Yeah, you know, you like to start up front once in a while, but like tonight when the sport mods were running the top and I started on the bottom, I'm like, oh no, you know, and I ran the bottom in the heat race, so I'm like, I got to stick to what I know, so I just stuck to the bottom.
Well, you stuck to the bottom. You came home with the waiting here tonight. Who do you got to thank for that?
I got to thank my friends and my family, my kids at home, Brooke and Brenna, all my brothers and sisters, everyone that helps out and everyone that keeps us going every weekend and week out. And I got to thank Trent for putting on the show, you know, here every year at the Buena Vista Raceway. We consider this our home track. And it's hard to get away on a Wednesday night, but it kind of splits up the racing weekend for a lot of us racers. So hats off to him for doing this every year and keeping it going.
Well, you picked up a win opening night. Devin Smith is your Siebesma Graphics IMCA Stock Car A main winner here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.